This episode was brought to you by Bookout Blooms. Bookout Blooms sells cut, flowers, and designs. They're located in South End, Charlotte. They have beautiful flower arrangements for any occasion you can think of. They even have classes where you and a group of girlfriends can come and learn to make your own bouquets. So, head on over to www.bookoutblooms.com to learn more information. And if you stop by the shop, tell them that those other girls sent you.
Hello, everyone. You're listening to Those Other Girls with Mallory and Friends. I'm Mallory.
I'm Victoria.
And we are changing culture and bringing back traditional values.
All right, Q&A time, Mal. We asked some of our viewers some questions that they want to know about us. And I'll ask them, and then Mal, you can answer, then I'll answer.
Okay, doke. Let's do it.
You ready? All right. What's your go-to coffee order?
My go-to coffee order. My go-to coffee order is cold brew with cream, vanilla cream.
Okay. Is it like a hard cream type? Like, is that what is used for keto, like the hard cream, or?
Yes. But I just whatever cream that they have, I say add it, because first of all, cold brew is amazing. I discovered it in October. Changed my life. I prefer cold brew over iced coffee or regular coffee all day. Like, as soon as I get my own place, I'm going to make my own cold brew. Like, that's how much I love it. Like, it is so good, so much better than coffee. And anytime I go get coffee anywhere, there's a new coffee place down the, well, I guess it's not new, but it's new to me, coffee place down the street from my house. I always get there. It's called their Dreamy. It's cold brew with vanilla cream. Vanilla, like, flavoring, and then cream.
Oh, that sounds good. So I haven't quite gotten into cold brew just yet. I think it just hurts my stomach. So for me,
really,
yeah. Well, I think okay. So let me tell you my coffee saga. First off, I only drink black. I really don't like the extra sweeteners. If I do go to a coffee place, well, see, I don't like Starbucks coffee at all. Like, I don't like the taste of it. Like, I think it tastes like I like their lattes, but their black coffee tastes like crap. So I love getting their peach green tea lemonade is my go-to at Starbucks. It's so good, so refreshing. I should also do their matcha latte if I want something warm. But my at-home coffee it's called Four Sigmatic coffee. So it's mushroom infused coffee, and it takes all the acidity out of it. So I've gotten used to this like acid-free coffee. So whenever
I think that's what cold brew is like. It doesn't have that extra harshness.
Well, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I just didn't have a good experience with the cold brew I had. Maybe that's the issue, but it's Four Sigmatic coffee. It's so good. So, like, they call it, like, their 3-step process. So, like, the first one's awake. It's with, I think, like, ashwagandha mushroom, and that's actually used to help your immune system. So not only am I drinking coffee that wakes me up first thing in the morning, it's helping strengthen my immune system. And in the afternoon, it's like this lion's mane infused coffee that's supposed to help you to think. And in the evening, there is like this hot chocolate mix that like it literally knocks me out.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And you don't taste the mushroom at all. It's so good.
We should get them to sponsor us.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they do a conservative. They're kind of hippies, so I don't know if they'll do a conservative.
Okay. That sounds cool.
So good.
I love that it has 3 different types.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do a post to coincide with this on like what exactly are the details, you know? Yeah. Like when we start talking about details. But yeah.
Whoa.
So good.
I like that they have morning, evening, and
I'll
night.
say too, I went from drinking 5 cups of coffee to 2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's that strong.
It's not strong. It's just like natural caffeine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, next question. What made you decide you're a conservative?
Great question. I get this question a lot. I sound like I'm like some sort of famous person. I like in interviews and stuff like that for jobs like that. Anyway, and okay, so I was born and raised conservative. I've talked about that before. But then when I went to college, I had to really defend it. Like, why am I conservative? Because everyone I was around was not. Like, not even close. Yeah. Everyone around wasn't even Christians. So I had to learn. So to do that, I had to do my own research. I had to read. I had to listen to podcasts. I had to, do research. And I came to the conclusion that for my worldview, because everybody, whether you're a Christian or not, you have a worldview. And for my worldview, the lens that fits the most, the label I'm most comfortable with is conservatism. So yeah. What about you?
For me, like I grew up in a Christian, Christian conservative household. But for me, what really said it was my dad had a small business. Well, has a small business. And I saw how the 2009 recession hit him. And then on top of that, seeing how Obamacare hurt him. So we went from my parents, my dad had his own small business. My mom helped him some with sales, but was mainly a stay-at-home mom. But when Obamacare was implemented and it raised healthcare costs for everyone, my mom went back to work. And not the only reason, but the main reason why she works and still works is because of the high cost of healthcare. And it was because of Obamacare getting implemented. So and that's what the thing is like with this, like, this great affordable healthcare, it's not affordable. It might be affordable to people who, I guess, have it, but it raises healthcare costs for everyone else. And I really saw how government intervention affects the everyday American. And I mean, my dad works his butt off, and just to see him struggle and his business struggle and something he's worked so hard to build up struggle was hard. And I mean, I was 11, 12-year-old, and
we were in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I saw that and just saw how government intervention is not good. The government sucks.
Yeah, amen to that.
So that's why I'm a conservative. What is your dream job?
Oh, my dream job. My dream job would be to do this times 10,000 and receive a bajillion dollars. No, I'm just joking about the money. But would be to do this times 10,000 and like reality, like to be able to have the podcast, like and to really reach college age and high school girls. When I did, I don't know if you've heard of She Factor, I did their mind mapping exercise, and I did it, and it came out that what I want to do is, like, the sentence was help young girls, I think it was like help young girls develop a sense of caring. Young Christian girls develop a sense of caring about politics or something detailed? Like that. Oh yeah, like mind mapping, their thing is really detailed.
Wow.
And it came out to a sentence like that. It wasn't the exact.
How old were you?
It was something like that. This was like April of last year.
Oh, okay. I was like, you had that in 9th grade? That's what you wanted to
do? No. Oh, no. Up until, I want to say, like, the 8th grade, I thought I was going to somehow be a princess. Like, no joke. And then, yeah.
Hey, if it happens for Meghan Markle, it could have happened for you. But then Meghan Markle kind of threw that out the window.
That's true. I mean, it was too old. Like, I don't know why my parents were like, yeah, you can still do it. It was too old.
Well, I love that from your parents, that they wanted you to be whatever you wanted to be, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. That's how my parents were. Or not not that extreme. I didn't think I was going to princess till 8th grade, but they never told us because we were girls. We couldn't, like me and my sister.
Yeah. And then I wanted to be a lawyer for a hot second. Then I wanted to be in the CIA for a hot second. Then I wanted to be a foreign service officer for a hot second. I wanted to be a marine biologist for a minute.
See, that one does not fit.
It does
Everything
not.
else fits.
But, right. It does not fit. I've always loved the water. Like I've always mermaids. You guys have heard me go on rants about mermaids. And I was like, oh, marine biologist. And then I took chemistry and I was like, oh my God, I'd have to take this again. No way.
And it's organic.
Yeah. Oh, no way. I haven't taken a science class since high school. I didn't even have to take a science class for my bachelor's in science degree.
I think I took one.
Yeah, I didn't even
have
one
to. In a lab. I took an online lab.
Yeah, didn't have to. I don't know why. And it's a bachelor's in science. We all laughed about that. Like,
well, you don't need a science. I think it's just having more like math classes, not necessarily science.
We took one math, and everybody takes the same math.
Foreign language.
We did. You had to take foreign language all the years. Is that a science? Foreign language? But that would be arts.
I don't know. All I know.
We laughed because it's like it should be a like every other school is international relations is a bachelor's of arts. Ours is a bachelor's of science.
That's so weird. Okay, so what do you want to be now?
Okay, so like now I want to be like that sentence. I want a job like that. So basically, an entrepreneur. I want to work for myself. Eventually, and I mean. Yeah, I want to do, so I know my purpose in life. What God has put me on earth to do is to help those who can't help themselves. The thing is, I'm not good at medical stuff. Like, I don't like hospitals. I don't like blood.
Do blood.
I don't do blood. I don't do sick. And that sounds awful. Like, if you're, like, I will pray for you. I will send you stuff if I can. But I would ask that you would not want me to, like, I don't like hospitals. Like, when I was younger, my grandma was in and out of the hospital a lot. And I think I just, like, developed this test. Like, if I had to sleep over at a hospital, they'd have to put me under because I just wouldn't. I would not do it.
So I think you're going to do a home birth when you get pregnant.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely going to be a home birth. Not going to do a hospital. No. But anyway, so I know that's what my purpose in life is. And the things that I'm good at are like public speaking, is things like this. So somehow, I don't know the title of this job other than like Mallory. That's my dream job. I don't know, like
being Mallory, love it.
Being Mallory, I mean, and then being married and with kids would be awesome as well.
Yep.
Okay, what's yours?
I guess for me, okay, so like growing up, I like you. I think thought about being an attorney, but for most part, I wanted to do like international business because I wanted to travel, which is funny because that's essentially what I'm doing now. And I didn't even go down that route in school. And like, we'll talk about where we went to college and what we studied in a second. But, because I really I just want to travel. I want to see the world. I love flying.
Yeah.
I love traveling. And so I guess like international business, but I also want to be like the boss.
Yeah.
So I want to do stuff like where I'm working now. Like I would love to do something working with like customers and working with their needs, and not only like I guess how we can use like kind of more like the marketing side, like with customers, like, okay, this is how you can use our products to market to your customers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we
kind of like I guess,
your
like, small business.
I'm not going to say what industry I work for, but essentially like our products can kind of help branding a little bit. Like it helps branding for our customers. And so showcasing like, okay, like this is how, if you buy our products, this is how you can brand it and use it for your customers and attract customers. So, and then I just want to be a boss babe.
Yeah.
That's how I want to be the boss babe. But I like working, I think like I like working with customers, but I kind of want to niche it down a little bit to more like showing them how they can market our products.
It sounds like you kind of want to do what your small business is doing, eventually make that a full-time.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I'm happy where I am with my job. So,
yeah.
But, yeah. And then I guess I'm taking that next step, going to get my MBA. working towards my dream job.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah. What is a piece of advice you would give your younger self?
Ooh.
I know. Do you want me to go first?
You go first. Yeah, go first.
Do not take birth control. That is something I would tell myself because I've gained 40 pounds on birth control. And and it's messed up my hormones, it's messed up my body, and I'm working hard to get back to like my ideal weight, but also just trying to get my body back to healthy.
Yeah.
So I would tell my younger self, do not take birth control. Don't listen to the stigma. You don't have to take birth control if you want to have sex and don't have a baby. Because I was kind of like in my head that like, okay, like me and my husband are going to have sex. Like we're not ready for kids. I should be on birth control. I also got on birth control because they told me I needed to clear up my acne, but that actually is not the case. There was a lot more organic ways. Like I should have focused more on like the food I was eating and focusing on my hormones, because my hormones, I think my understanding is my hormones were off pre-birth control. And instead of trying to fix the hormones that were off, they just put a Band-Aid on, which was birth control. So I would tell my younger self to have sex without having kids. You don't have to necessarily have birth control. Like there's organic ways around that, and it messes up your body, so don't take it, kids.
Yeah, this podcast is anti-birth control.
And it's not like religious reasons either.
No,
mine's like all health reasons. Like I know, like I'm Catholic, and technically in the Catholic Church, like we're like no to birth control. I started birth control before I got into the Catholic Church, but for me it was complete health reasons. Like
and I'm Protestant, and they don't really care about birth control, but I care because I think like take away, and there's abortifacient, take away all that. It hurts your body. It destroys your body. I do not know a single person with a positive birth control story.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely wrecked my body.
Yeah. And like even people who are like, oh no, I need it because of X, Y, and Z. They're like, but actually it's hurt me in another ABC way. Yeah.
Yep. So what would you tell your younger self?
Okay, what would I tell my younger self? The only thing I can think of is boy stuff. And I don't. I think
I'll just say like the generic part. You don't have to like get into details, but just like because I mean, I would
specific person don't.
Yeah. So and so did this to me. Oh no, like for me, like boys, it's like don't let a boy control. Like, don't make your decisions based on that boy. So you don't know if that boy is going to be in like your future forever.
Yeah, I would tell myself something similar to that, like
focus on your friends.
Yeah. Or I would tell myself like just because, or like trust, you can't trust people's words even if they match their actions, but that doesn't mean you don't trust anyone. But just know that something as big as this, like don't just trust somebody. Maybe that's what I would say. Don't just trust people.
Don't blindly trust.
Because like when I think about, and that doesn't just apply to boys, but like I have this issue in a lot of different aspects of my life. I feel like I blindly trust people, and I don't mean to, but it's just I tend to think the best of people. Well, not so much anymore, but like before I was very much thinking the best of people at all times, but that's just not where we are in society. That's not where we need to be in reality. It doesn't mean you should be like afraid of everyone, but just don't blindly trust. Because there's been times where I have trusted, I mean, not just my recent ex, but other exes I've had, other ex-friends that I've had, that I've just kind of been like, no, this person seems very genuine when really they weren't.
Don't just give your heart away to anyone. They have to earn your heart and earn your trust.
Yeah, and I think and it's a hard place to be in, because I do like the fact that I am pretty open and like I try not to let the world harden my heart, but at the same time, when you are like that leaves you very vulnerable, and when you're very vulnerable, that can really some of the damage is awful. Like some of the, yeah. So it's a weird place to be, but I would just tell myself to really focus in on just not trusting people right away, like having people earn it.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Next question.
Okay, it's the top sheet debate. Do
Oh,
you
okay.
use it or not? And what's your reasoning for using it or not using it?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go
You
first?
can go. Do you use a top sheet?
I do. I use all the sheets. Why would I don't understand
But
the
you're very
controversy.
cold natured.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing a sweatshirt now,
Yeah.
and there's not
Like
really
I'm
a reason.
dying right now in my sweatshirt.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah. For me,
Go
I'm
ahead.
such a hot natured person. I kick off the comforter, and so this started like in college. So I kick off like the comforter and then like the sheets, and I'm like, screw it. Why am I even bothering? So I pretty much since college have just slept with a blanket. And so now Sebastian's actually the cold natured in our relationship. So he sleeps with the comforter on. I am sleeping on my side of the bed with a blanket on. And then I have this thing that I got for Christmas. It's called a chili pad. So it's like a mattress topper, and it uses water. Hold on. Oops, sorry. And it uses water to like kind of make the pad cold. So like I'm sleeping on this pad that's like 55 degrees.
Oh my God, no.
Excellent.
No, could not be me. No. Mm-mm.
It was like the best thing I've ever gotten. Like I love it.
That sounds dreadful.
No, it's amazing. Well, the thing too, okay, so you can turn it to whatever temperature you want. So like if you're if you're cold, you can turn the temperature up and it's like a heating pad.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it can go either way.
That's interesting.
I know we're looking at getting one for Sebastian's side of the bed too. So then he can control it on his side of the bed. I can control it on mine. And it's a lot cheaper than one of those like Tempur-Pedic or whatever Sleep Number beds.
Yeah. So does it come with the water already in it, or do you?
Well, no, you get water. So it's like it looks like a dehumidifier machine type thing, I would say. And so, well, maybe like what's it called when you have like sleep apnea? They put the mask.
Oh, sleep apnea.
Yeah, sleep apnea machine. So it kind of looks like that. So it's a square and there's hose. So the hose connects with the machine to the mattress topper. And you just pour water in like a humidifier and just circulates water and makes it cold. And then I guess
so is the water on the square?
The water's in like the cube type thing, so it's like a dehumidifier. So you open the cap, you pour water in like a humidifier, and then you shut it, and then it flows water from like the machine through the tube up to like the chili pad.
Oh,
so it cools or heats the water that's in the machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting.
And so it will like eventually like evaporate, so you will have to add water in.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how that works. Can you hear Kennedy barking?
Yeah.
I don't know what she's barking at.
I guess she wants to be on. I get it.
She has a lot to say, guys.
Yeah. I get
it. But all right. Where did you go to college?
So for undergrad, I went to Seton Hall University, also known as Seton. It was a very interesting time in my life. It's in New Jersey, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. So the culture shock was real. People are very different up there. No shade to those who are from there, but...
Well, what made you decide to go there? Because you seem so much like a Southern gal.
I am a Southern gal. Okay, so 2 reasons. Their international relations program. I really like when I went to college, I was dead set on being in foreign service or CIA. And I really wanted to travel, and I really wanted to represent our country, and I was like dead set on that. I took Arabic, which I love. I love Arabic, and I 110% want to improve it. But I did all of that. That was my original intent in going there. And then that was like reason A. And then reason B was because I am a Southern girl. I was born and raised here. I love my Southernness. But in my head, I was like, well, I want to see up north. Like everybody hypes up north. Like I want to see how it is. I want to see, maybe it'll be better. Like, and I just kind of wanted to be away from everything down here. Like none of my friends went to school anywhere close there. Yeah, and I just wanted to be, I had family kind of sort of close, but not like super close. I was pretty much up there by myself, which I personally, I like that type of stuff. I like, no shade, and that's great for people who like to be close to their family, but I'm not like that, or their family and friends. I'm not like that at all. Like I would go to the furthest place on earth, not because I don't like them, it's not because I don't want to be around them, but
you want to go on an adventure.
I want to go on an adventure. And that was part of the reason also too I wanted to do international relations, was because I wanted to go and see different things and like experience different experiences. And
that's what you ended up studying, right? International relations.
So international relations. So it's diplomacy and international relations, and they had like a really good relationship with the UN. I never did the UN stuff, but that's why it was up there, and that's why it's in the top program for international relations. And they had a specific school for it, because like most schools just have an international relations program or like international major, but like we had a school for it, and like everybody. Wow. Yeah, and everybody there was like super pretentious, and I only had one friend in the school, and we would make fun of like everybody else in the school because like they were just so annoying. But all my other friends were like in every other major, and everybody would be like, "Oh wait, you're a Diplo." That's what they called us. You're a Diplo. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Diplo. Like it's so embarrassing. They were so annoying. I also did the radio. I did international news on the radio there. Which I always forget about, but my mom always brings it up. She's like, "You've been doing podcast stuff for years."
I didn't know that about you. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. It's actually a really major radio station. They play rock music because it's a Catholic school, so they're not going to play like hip hop. And I guess they don't want to play Christian music because maybe they think that's lame. So the only thing that's like not or not pop either, because pop can be kind of saucy too. Yeah. The only thing they play is like rock, like classic rock, and it's like a very famous. And then Sunday mornings they had like the news, and I did the international news.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It was a cool experience.
Yeah,
that part was. Anyway, go ahead. What about you, Vic?
I went to East Carolina University. I was in their honors college program, and I was also on.
Joking.
So were you?
No.
And I was also on a golf scholarship there, and I ended up triple majoring in math, economics, and political science.
Whew.
Yeah, I came in with a lot of credits. I also maxed out almost like every semester, and then I took summer classes. So.
Wait, how did you finish in 4 years?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because you had 3 majors.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, because my scholarships only lasted 4 years. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make the most of it. They're paying for my school. I'm just gonna get as many degrees as I can in 4 years.
Wow,
and that's what I did. And I didn't start on that path to like my junior year either. So like if I had focused on that like my freshman year, probably could have picked up like one more. Be honest.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, and so we needed economics for international relations, and that was like the one like I just could not figure it out. And then we had to take this like international development, kind of similar to the class I'm taking.
Yeah, well that's what I wanted to do when I was in school. Like I wanted to do poverty economics. I had intentions to get my PhD in economics, studying poverty economics, and then hated every minute of it. So, and I realized that there was a ton of research done, but nobody to implement the research. I'm like, well, I understand what they're talking about. I'm just going to work with nonprofits. So like, that's what I do a lot for like my volunteer time. Like, I'm just going to work with nonprofits and work on like, and I think what I loved is the more entrepreneurial side of it. Cause I love the concept of like creating businesses and job creations and teaching people skills to work and take care of their family.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why I'm a conservative too. It's like, look, like government handouts don't work. So I want to figure out a way to get people working and excited to work.
Yeah. And that type of stuff I liked. With this class, not the one I'm taking now, but the one I took in undergrad, we had to like do math. And that part was just like, whoa, what is this?
On what? Like GDP?
It was like, I don't know, it was just like formulas and stuff. And okay, so let me tell you, in this class, first of all, I barely paid attention, but I had 2 friends in the class. Oh, so I guess I had 2 friends in the Diplo program. And I had 2 friends, my only 2 friends in the Diplo program were in that class. And I was, so I took this test, and when I tell y'all, I BS'd it the whole way through. I BS'd it. I got the second highest grade in that class, right? Which was like, what?
Well, I think it's like the concept, like what you love is like you want to help people, and that's what I loved about it. It's like, oh my God, this is a way that like academically I can help someone. And like I really wanted to like implement it. Because I mean, I've traveled third world countries. I've traveled to Haiti, and I really like had plans to work with like a nonprofit on doing job development down there. But unfortunately, with all, I think it was like 2019 riots in Haiti, and then COVID hit. We just haven't been able to get it off the ground because I don't think we've had a team go down there since beginning of 2019.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like we can't get down there.
Like that aspect I love. When you threw in that map, and my friend, she was like, when we saw, like she and our other friend, when we saw that she made that grade, we were like, okay, we gotta figure out what she's doing. I'm like, girl, this was all like, I was BSing half of, like, I have no idea what I did. This was a fluke. Like, I don't know how I got this grade. But I mean, like you said, like the aspect of like helping people, that's what I really enjoy. Like that. And that was part of the international relations that I was really liking. I think what I started to, so my junior year is when I went to DC for my internship with the Supreme Court. And I was in DC.
So I think you were there a summer before me, because I was there the summer of 2017.
Yeah, so I did a whole semester there, and that was during the time of the primaries, the Republican primaries.
Oh my God, that was so entertaining.
It was, and that's, I think, when I was just like, okay, you know what, let me focus more on the US right now. That's when I think, and then I just like I said, like I wasn't around conservative, so a lot of my like when I do my research on things, a lot of the things that I was learning wasn't necessarily things that were supported by my classes or by my classmates either. Like my classmates were not concerned, and a good chunk of them have like, I'm not on Facebook anymore because they have like lashed out these last couple of years. Yeah, but, you know, whatever.
Well.
Okay, next question.
What did you eat for dinner tonight?
Oh, guys. So I live at home right now, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but during holidays, my mother will make something, and if she likes it a lot, we will have it for the next 3 days. So what I had for lunch today was also what I had for dinner today, which was pulled chicken, mac and cheese, kale, and dressing. Like,
so did y'all make a chicken for Easter then?
No, she just no. I just know in the pan it was pulled chicken.
Okay.
Did she make one? It was just all I know is that in the pan it was pulled chicken, and then she made stuff or dressing because it's not in the chicken. Yeah,
so good.
I mean, it's not in the turkey, so she made dressing, and it's not bad. It's just that's what I had for lunch. Yes, today. That's what we had for lunch / dinner, because you know on holidays you have a dinner. So that's what I had for dinner yesterday. That's what I had for lunch today, dinner today. That's probably what I'm gonna have lunch tomorrow, dinner tomorrow. And then if we're blessed, by Wednesday, we'll have something different.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean to brag, but I went out because I've been at home all day and I just needed to get out. And I went out to like a local, like one of those like a Greek diner type restaurants that have like everything on there. And I got their pulled pork dinner with I got 3 sides. I got slaw. So what I do with my barbecue is I mix the slaw in, It's just so good. And then I got fried okra and green beans and a cornbread and a lemonade. And I love, like, I actually don't mind eating in a restaurant by myself. So what I do is I just read while I wait. It's like great alone time, but then I'm also like around people. And then when I'm eating, I listen to like an audiobook or like a podcast.
I'm like I literally can go and have a full beautiful dinner by myself. Like I don't get why people get anxious or nervous about that.
Well, they give me a weird look. They're like, one, you look like you're 12. Like, why are you here by yourself?
Where's your parents?
Where's your parents? But
that's cool.
like I did
love
that.
Oprah.
Yeah, like I feel like I did that a lot in college too. Like, but I just needed like, because I would go and actually take my books and study in like a decent restaurant because I loved like the Japanese restaurant down there. I can't wait when we go down for a convention. I'm gonna take you to all my spots.
Oh, I didn't even which convention?
NCGFP conventions in Greenville this year.
Okay. Can I tell you guys? I think I'm involved. There's
too many conventions.
There's like 16 conventions happening. Okay, so Greenville is where ECU is.
Yes.
Okay, and that's like 5 hours from me.
Yeah, it's like
wow.
2.5 for me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. My friend just booked our hotel, so like we're definitely going.
Who are you staying with?
Ashley.
Okay.
Look out.
We need to do that.
Ashley. Well, it's okay. I said her last name. Buy her flowers. I'm staying with her.
Well, okay. Yeah, we'll talk after.
Okay.
So we can try to book someplace. We'll try. I think I know a hotel because there's only really one.
It's
connected to the convention center.
Yes.
Okay, I know. That's a nice hotel. It's actually like really nice. So the convention center is where we would have Greek Life Rush.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. I'll show you. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm excited too. Okay.
What is your favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Whew. Okay. Favorite TV show.
Or you can list a couple. Yeah, you can list like a couple.
Community, as y'all know, I think it's hilarious.
I haven't gotten into that.
Oh my, like if you want to know my humor, that's my humor. Like if you're like, what gets Mallory going? Community. Also, too, side note about my humor, I shared in my Instagram story. This is so funny to me. Someone shared this picture. It was like of all the states blue, and it was like if everyone voted for Democrats, this is how the map would look, and it was all blue. And that is so funny to me because it's so like.
I want to say, no S, Sherlock.
Yeah, that is so funny. I don't know what type of humor that, because like I know what slapstick is. I don't find slapstick funny. I don't find people tripping funny. That's like prop humor, like Three Stooges.
Oh, okay.
Like Napoleon Dynamite, don't find that funny. I don't find that stuff funny, but like that was hilarious to me. Like thinking about that is so funny.
Is it kind of like dry humor? So kind of like The Office?
Maybe dry humor is like my type of humor. Or like
I would say dry humor.
And my dad says that I'm not funny. I'm more of the straight man. So like
yes, that's kind of dry humor.
Yeah, and like Jason Bateman is hilarious to me. Like Arrested Development is another good show.
I need to watch. That's on my list.
Oh, it's so good. R.I.P. Lucille. There's like this part I put on my story the other day. It's just like a joke in there. It's oh god, it's so funny. Anyway, and then obviously y'all know I love Pretty Little Liars. That was like my show growing up. I'm really liking. Okay, so I cannot recommend Riverdale because when I tell you this show has lost its mind, it is so weird.
I liked like the first season or two.
The first season was almost perfect. Like very interesting about like we could do a whole episode about how all of these teachers and students are like in every show now. How that's a little odd to me, but like other than that, the first season was like now I also have this problem where like if I start a show, I just don't stop. Like I know lots of people stopped Pretty Little Liars. People have stopped Riverdale. I'm gonna keep it till it's over.
Yeah.
And it's a flaw, and I know it's a flaw, but like I just can't. Riverdale, like a couple days ago, spoilers alert, a couple weeks ago, they had like this weirdest episodes, like a key party where like everybody, it's a bowl. I had never even heard of this. It was like a bowl. Oh, now also too is a time jump. They're 25, so thank God, because at 18 they were doing the weirdest stuff that 18-year-old. Like she had a speakeasy. Like what 18-year-old owns a speakeasy?
It's like One Tree Hill.
Yeah, haven't seen that, but I would like that too. So it's like this bowl, and everyone puts their key in, and then you pull out a key, and then you have to like make out or do something with that. It was just the weirdest thing, and it's like I'm glad they pushed them up to 25 because that was just weird.
Yeah.
But Riverdale, I'm like, I don't know if I like it because it doesn't make sense, and they also added aliens this season. So like, yes, I love it.
I liked Riverdale like the first like season or two because it's just like it was a mystery. Like it wasn't like supernatural at all, and I just like I lost it when they went supernatural.
Well, okay. Do you ever watch any of Alex Meyer's YouTube?
Mm-mm.
He is hilarious. He like makes fun of, or like he does reviews of like all these shows. Like he did reviews of shows that we watched when we were kids, and like he started off doing reviews of Riverdale because he's like, this is so weird, and he like draws and cartoons them. And he made a good point though, like all of the Riverdale like supernatural stuff isn't even supernatural. It's like Scooby-Doo. Like, oh, who's this supernatural thing? Actually, it's so and so.
Wait, so it is like a play off of Scooby-Doo. Oh my God, I didn't think about that.
That's what he said. I wasn't allowed to watch Scooby-Doo growing up, so I don't know the full. I know, girl, I know. So I don't know the full thing, but okay. So all right, and then Law and Order, I really like.
So are we recommending Riverdale?
Okay, I don't think I should recommend it. I think that I understand if you're still watching, because also too, honestly, it gets a little saucy. Like, I mean, there are some times where I'm like, okay, this isn't, y'all could do this another time. And like Archie, I mean, that's a very attractive, dare I say, sexy human being. And like, they take his shirt off as much as possible. Whenever there's a chance for him to take his shirt off,
I don't blame them. I don't blame
them. You know, I'm not mad. I understand where they're coming from. Heck, it's probably a good marketing move, but that's just something to consider if you're going to watch the show. Mm-hmm. It gets a little saucy, but you can always fast forward it. That's what I've been doing. Another show that's really good and gets a little saucy is The Boys. Oh my goodness, amazing plot. Like the last, I mean, oh, so good. But that also, I mean, that gets saucy, and it's on HBO, so that gets saucy.
No. The Boys reason. Are on Amazon.
Oh, it's Amazon? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, wait, do you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I know it's on. It's Amazon Prime.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, they get saucy for no reason on The Boys, but The Boys is really good. And the last show that I will recommend that does not get saucy and is clean is Doctor Who. Doctor Who is so good. Oh, sorry. One other thing. So these are two like fringe things that like, even if you're like, I'm not a nerd, Mal, like I like you, and you're cool, but like sometimes you just get really nerdy. Doctor Who though, you would like. I'm telling you, like Doctor Who is, and there's like love things in it too if you're into that stuff. Doctor Who is really good. The science isn't even real science. I heard someone say once. I don't know if that's true. Like there was this thing about in the season right before the female doctor, it was like this thing about getting closer to the wormhole. I watched like a video about it, and it was saying how everything that they said is like not true. So like it's stuff that they dumb it down for you. Like Doctor Who is really good. The other thing, all right, now this is going to be a little fringe, everyone listening. Death Note it's an anime and it's on Netflix. Death Note, not the movie, but the anime. When I tell you this, like, I was so against anime. I know you're listening, you're like, Mal, anime is lame. I cannot believe that's a thing you like. Okay, I was right there with you. Everyone listening, I was right there with you. Victoria, I see look on your face. I was right there with you as well. But Death Note is so good. Like, it has all of the drama that, like, it is so good. I'll tell you the plot really quick. This guy gets this notebook, and if he writes your name in this notebook, you will die within 7 minutes, and then he can tell how you die, but if he doesn't say how you die, you get a heart attack. Okay, but here's the thing. It starts off like what every average normal person would do. What are you going to do? Oh, criminals. Let's write criminals' names. But then it talks about like, I mean, it gets to the point where like you're essentially a god, and it's just goes into the themes of like, we mere humans, we flawed beings, if we got the powers of God, like how would we act? Oh, so good, so good. Also, another thing, if you say you're going to take on the Death Note, here's what's crazy. In this, anime universe, you don't go to heaven or hell. You give up that right. So where do you go when you die? Don't know. But it's not heaven or hell. It's crazy. I mean, it's such a good, it really hits the theme of like, if we were given the power to control life or death, like, we're flawed. There's no way. I'm going to turn into a Bible lesson. Here we go. We're flawed. There's no way we cannot make those decisions. There are so many things, there's so many factors that our brains cannot make that decision. We cannot decide whether someone's life is worth it, because we ourselves, we have made so many mistakes. If we were perfect, then I think that would be more feasible. That's how Jesus and God are. They're perfect. They can make those decisions. We as flawed human beings can't do that. So when we have that type of power, when we think we have that type of power, when it comes not just to writing names in a notebook, but even when it comes to things like abortion, when it comes to things like the death penalty, when we have this power, we are such flawed human beings, we can't make the best or the right decision. It's impossible because we aren't perfect. So you should watch Death Note. All right, go ahead, Victoria. What shows
all right,
you like?
now you've given about 10. I'm going to give you about 6. All right, so Friends, that's like one of my favorite shows. I fall asleep every night to it. Big Bang Theory. And
Okay,
that kind of, I would say the Big Bang Theory universe, because like young Sheldon's in there.
You like young Sheldon?
I think he's so adorable. It's just
really
so funny.
There's like this thread. Well, okay, there's this thread on Twitter talking about how it was renewed for like season 5 and 6, and everybody is like, who is watching this show? I do not know a single soul that's watching Young Sheldon.
Oh, it's so funny.
All of these people, like, who's watching it? Nobody watches this.
Okay, well, you tell them your friend Victoria's watching it. I don't see why people are hating on it. I think it's just because it's gone longer. Like, I think people just want the original series back. But oh my god, it's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Grey's Anatomy. I've been obsessed with it since college. This Is Us makes me cry almost every time.
Oh my gosh. We were watching it and then something happened and we stopped, and I want to watch it again, but
it's so good. It just like melts my heart, and the storylines are like so good. And like, I know they kind of talk about COVID and BLM stuff this season, but like, it's really. So only a couple
all
episodes.
All
the
shows are great. Oh my god!
Grey's Anatomy is the worst. Like, everything's a political statement with Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
but my god, the drama! Like, I cried this week. I cried this past episode. It was so good. All right, so Grey's Anatomy. This Is Us. Bridgerton.
I started it. I started it.
God, it's so excited. Okay, it does get saucy, but oh my god, Simon is like beautiful.
Oh. Wait, is that the white guy or the black guy?
The black guy who Daphne's like courting.
Oh, that okay. When I say I started it, I think I'm like 20 minutes in.
Okay. Well, it's just oh my god, it's so good.
Okay.
And like I will say I am like binge reading the Bridgerton books on like Audible right now. Like, I can't stop listening to them.
I really I need to. I want to, because that letter came out and I keep trying to scroll so I don't read it.
Down.
Yeah, I want to be in. I want to be in the know. That's the reason why I started it.
It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, Bridgerton, and then The Office. The Office is classic.
Yeah.
But
where can you watch it now other than Peacock? It's someplace else, right?
I don't think so. I think Peacock owns it.
It's just on Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
but
I don't want to have to get Peacock. But also, too, did you see they have Saved by the Bell, the new version?
Yes.
I don't want to have to get another thing. If you have Peacock,
I don't have Peacock. All right, Mal, this has to be quick. Favorite podcast besides Those Other Girls.
Okay, besides Those Other Girls, Relatable by Ali Stuckey.
Okay, mine is the morning toast. I love it. They're just so funny. They make me laugh. Like, I am constantly like updating in the morning, waiting for it to come out.
Oh,
then
wow.
I'm like, oh my God, I know what's going on in Housewives. I don't listen, I don't watch it, but at least I know what's going on. But they like do really good. Like, I'm not the biggest into pop culture, so I learn what I need to know, which is great.
Do they? Is theirs every single day?
Yes, every single weekday in the morning. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Our 3 days a week.
They're so funny. They're sisters. One of them, Claudia, is like a comedian. And so
is she the no job girl?
Yeah, girl with no job.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I saw a documentary about her.
Yeah. They got canceled. We can do a whole story into that. Yeah. Because they got canceled because it came out that their mother's a big Republican supporter.
Oh.
Yeah, so they got canceled in like 2018, and then like, because they used to be God, what was it called? They used to be under Yahoo's podcast network, and then Yahoo canceled them. And I think Claudia also like tweeted like a joke thing that like was inconsiderate to Muslims, but they made an interesting point that because they're Jewish and like they're practicing Jews, and they go like, it's okay for everyone else to make fun of like Judaism and like the Jewish religion, but when it comes to like any other religion, like it's not okay to make fun of. And they go, that's a problem.
Well, and I will say I feel the same with Christianity, TBH. Like I was listening to, these are not like the best guys, but they were anyway. Charlemagne the God, and then that really funny, goofy guy that's on Joe Rogan a lot. Whatever, I forgot his name. But they were talking about the whole Lil Nas X thing, and they said like, when that guy made the meme or something of Muhammad, like the whole world exploded. It was like this really big thing. But like Lil Nas X is like explicitly called like making fun of Christianity, explicitly doing things to get them upset, and like people, like obviously Christians are upset, but like everybody, like people who weren't Muslim were like attacking the guy who hurt Muslims, but people who aren't Christian aren't standing up for the Christians.
I think it should just be, I guess, common knowledge that like religion should just not be something you make fun of. Like religion, I think you should, unless you're making fun of yourself. Yeah, then, like that's fine, but like you should just pull religion out of your joke. Like there should be no religion joke.
I think it should just, and you should just respect. I mean, I feel like you can. Yeah, I guess it's unless, because I mean, the reality is like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't know,
unless like, I don't know. I just think it's like just if it's gonna be an issue, respect. If it's gonna be an issue. And it's also like a respect thing. Like that's people's faith. Like that's where they get like their common core beliefs and values from. Like, it should just not be even considered or on the table.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of this other guy. His name is Kevin on Stage, and he's a famous. Well, I guess he's famous amongst Black people. He's a Christian comedian, and he is hilarious. Like says stuff about like the Black church. And like, I mean, and
I think honestly, that's okay. Like, if that's hilarious. Like your community and like your faith, and like, it's not like I can make fun of. I'm Catholic. Okay. I guess like I'm Catholic. I can make jokes because I'm making fun of myself.
Yeah,
you know, like I can make jokes about the Catholic Church, so I'm making fun of myself. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think that where the lines
out of respect. Yeah.
And then you also, because you are part of that religion, you know what jokes are funny or not funny.
Right.
So, but that's all I have. I know we not planning on getting this long, but I think our audience got to know us a lot better.
Yeah, I think so too. You guys, for those that don't know, we released our GoFundMe. We are headed to Dallas for the Turning Point Young Women Leadership Summit, and we would love if you guys would like to donate $5 here, $2 there. Share it. The link will be in the description and in the bio. Also, too, we have we have stuff on the site, merch, really cute merch that you guys should definitely check out. Like mentioned earlier, please go check out Book Out Blooms. They have beautiful beautiful flowers, and she's our latest sponsor. Anything else?
That's it for my side. You know what we're talking about this Thursday? Have we decided?
I think it's the interview with, or did you want to do that for a Tuesday?
I don't remember.
The carbon guy?
I don't remember.
Carbon Solutions.
We'll keep you guys TBD.
Yeah. You will have an episode on Thursday, though. Anyway, you guys, please rate, comment, subscribe, review, share.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.